So that's the end of the materiality section. Then we'll talk about the assessing and responding to risks, which also has a lot to do with our project that we discussed earlier today. So basically, auditors must grasp the real nature of risks that their clients present and deal with them effectively. And the risk assessment standards are geared towards more effective audits as a result of the better risk assessments in Auditing Standards number 12 and improved design and performance of audit procedures to respond to the risks in the standards number 13. So you really must understand your client and understand the industry and the business and understand where they stand in the business and industry at the time of the audit. And that, like I said, could change every time, every year. Like another really big example of that, like in the last 5 years, was MF Global, which I don't know if you guys know, was that John Corzine ran for a while, and it ran into problems because he came from a very aggressive hedge fund, foreign investments background before he became governor. And MF Global, this sleepy little, they were a commodities trading group. They were very conservative, very small. They were under the radar all these years. And he took over, and the whole dynamic of the company changed. And the auditors never changed their materiality thresholds or their risk assessment of the client. And sure enough, within 2 years, they went bankrupt. They ran out of money, and the investors lost a lot of money. It was a big scandal. In fact, it's still being settled in court. So, the auditors are also questioned as to why they didn't see certain questionable transactions, because the threshold was still too high. They still had been running the audit as if it was a small, sleepy bond brokerage firm instead of this high-risk investment company that became. So you have to look at, as an auditor, if you have a financial company you're dealing with, that particularly you have to check and see how they're trading and what their trading profile is like in the industry.